The other issue that you talked about, music. Do you know why music is not celebrated in Islam? Have you really thought about it? I was in the music industry from about 8 years old on until I got to Islam. I don't claim to have been very good at it, but I fooled a lot of people and they thought I was pretty good at it, okay? I sold a lot of guitars and pianos and organs over the many years. From the time organs were considered something only in the church until every single bar and nightclub thought they had to have one because of the sound effects and all the stuff that it did. It was a multi-million-dollar industry for us, and it was easy for me to walk away from it when I found out that Islam doesn't allow it. You know why? Why was it easy? Because I knew it a whole lot better than most people do. I understand exactly what it does to people. I know what it replaces. And when people tell you, I need it to calm down, I need it to relax. Really? I needed to get in touch with my inner self. I've heard all of those things all my life. And those are the easy sell. That's so easy. And listen to somebody and I know exactly what kind of music to play to get them to buy a $4,000 or $5,000 instrument. Real easy. Because it's something inside of you that's deficient and you're relying on some outside source to calm it or pacify it, almost like a drug. And if you said, no, that's not my case, now Shaitan is talking to you right now. Because I know better. And by the way, where do you usually find musical instruments? What's going on? What is going on when you see musical instruments? What is happening at a concert, for instance? And we know all the stuff that goes on at concerts, or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. One of the biggest things about concerts is people drink alcohol. And that's okay in Islam or no? You want to change that too? You want to compromise that? What about drugs? Do you know that in the 1950s, I wasn't even mature yet. In the 1950s, I was driving a car, but I didn't have a license, okay? But I knew all about drugs because of my contacts with the music industry. And I was the only one that could drive the car because I didn't do the drugs. But in those days, even they knew to have a designated driver. Okay? So please don't come and try to tell me about the benefits of music, all right? We even did the thing where you put the music out there with the cows and they're supposed to give better milk. Chickens give bigger eggs, listening to music. Yeah, right. It makes a great story, though. It makes that's man-made science right there. What is the Muslim supposed to do? Let's flip the thing the other way and talk about this. When it comes to something wrong inside of me, a feeling, I need something, that's very real, and nobody's denying that. But what is it that you really need? What were you created to do? Allah said in the Quran, I created mankind and jinn to do what? Listen to music? Celebrate birthdays? What did he say? Do you believe him or no? It's simple. You believe it or you don't. Because if you believe that, you're created to worship, and you will worship something. You might even worship the music. You might even worship yourself. But you will worship something. And He is giving you the choice. Worship something He created or worship Him. I want you to just reflect on that a little bit, and I'll back off because we got a lot of the questions. But for sure, Everything that Allah has created has a rhyme and reason to it. By the way, if you really want to know what's some great music for Muslims, listen to some of the great reciters. And you can get that from our websites. We have some of the very best recite Quran, by the way. You can choose the reciter who you want to recite that for you. And we have a selection, even with children, so you can hear the children reciting along with their teacher. Check it out. It has a very amazing effect. Before I hand you the microphone back, I just want to say something. In New York City, most all of the taxi drivers are Muslims. Over half, most of them. And many of them like to play the Quran in the car. And they keep it down low, but sometimes when a passenger gets in the car, they'll say, "Oh, what's that song? I really like it." And I've had many of them come to me and say, "I have this customer, this person, the passenger would like to have Quran. Can you send them some tapes? Can you send them a video or something?" And we used to do that. Now we can just give them the link. They can go get it. They get it on their phone, the app, and they can do it right in the car. And they love it. And these are not even Muslims. So what are we doing? They understand that this is something that fulfills a part of what is the word I'm looking for? A deficiency in them, and the Quran is filling it. So I recommend the Quran for that, inshallah ta'ala. And by the way, if I hurt anybody's feelings, kind of, get over it.
Everybody here is very cool today. So no problem. No feeling has been hurt.